Over the past couple years, we've made it an annual tradition to at least have one lad's holiday. However, this year, we'd collectively made no plans. So with the little time remaining of summer, we decided to have a very different type of a lad's holiday. Well, it's the first night of wild camping in the Lake District, and we've managed to find a pretty decent spot to set up our first night's camp in the middle of the woods. We're currently just getting some things ready for the fire. As you can see, this is my little contraption. Supposedly, I'm going to try have this over the fire and have something hang with it, because we've got a kettle and we've got some pans to try cook something. You can see we've got fire over there. We're just getting some more wood together to get on that. We've got my one-man tent here, three-man tent here for George and Will, and then we've got another one-man tent here. And yeah, so for night one, this is how we're looking. We'll give you a very quick tour of the new home for the next 5 nights. There isn't much to it, so it won't take that long. Open this boy up, so at least we've got 2 layers. That's the main thing. Managed to actually have a sleeping bag and a pillow for once, so this is luxury for me. Some people might think that's a little bit claustrophobic. I think it's alright. This is how we're chilling for the night. Plenty of space. The best part about wild camping is this. So far it's alright, but give it 5 nights of this. We've packed enough food just about for the trip. It could get peak, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Nice.
To cut a little bit of wood. Cool. Cool. Can you not snap that now? Not yet.
Ooh.
Boosh! Teamwork makes the dream work, baby! Nice.
Nice.
Alright, perfect. Wood. This was Go Outdoors survival kit, and it's come with this ball. I don't even know, what would you even call this? Link down below. Yeah. Affiliate for it.
We're literally right where we're camping. As soon as I immediately come out of the woods, you can probably hear the water near me already, but we're greeted with this view. So this here is going to be our water source for the first night. I've already tried a bit of this water, and to be honest, it does taste quite fresh.
A few moments later.
Unfortunately, we were unable to get a proper fire going due to all the wood being damp. But it was getting late anyway, and with a big day ahead in the morning, we called it a night. So despite us being right on the edge of the woods, we still had one issue.
Day 2.
So there's no wild camping, you know, in England there's no wild camping apart from Dartmoor allowed. Charged with the same breath, unfortunately.
No, I mean, we're moving on in the next couple of hours. Like, what part would you recommend? Like, higher up, out the way?
We can't recommend anyone, but...
Yeah, I understand.
So we were politely told to move on, which we then shortly set off to do so, and this time to go camp higher up for night 2. As we set off, I soon became aware of how heavy these bags were, especially when hiking uphill. So I knew by the end of the trip, I wouldn't need to do leg day for a while. As we made our way through the valley, it only took a couple hours until we were in need of some food. So we decided to make a quick stop for some lunch that consisted of any dry or tinned food we could fit into our bags. And for some, a quick dip in the river. Going further on, it was now our mission to get up the mountain, and I'd be lying if I didn't say I struggled with this. From the sheer weight of our bags, of which mine was over 1/3 of my body weight, it forced us to make short stops going up. Nevertheless, as we like to say, we firmed it up to the next camping spot for night 2. Our new camp was now on the edge of a mountain, much higher up than before, and a lot closer to the top of Scarfell Pike. And yet again with no fire, this time due to the terrain literally being nothing but rocks, we enjoyed another night of dry, cold food.
This is what we've resorted to. No fire, no hot food.
No food. Just full stop. I ain't got nothing.
Cold beans aren't the one, mate. They're really, really not.
Sweet cold soup.
Yes, I'm about to.
Let's fold up the wrap, eh?
We ain't having a fire ever.
Mate, that looks like something. Come on, mate.
Spread it a bit more than that.
Spread it a bit more. No, you just got to condense it though.
Really like.
Peanut butter wrap sandwich kind of thing.
Yeah, a little package, little parcel.
Special delivery from Deliveroo, bruv.
This is wrap.
Mine full of wrap, just some beans, bruv. Oh.
cold beans for this.
Oh, that's crazy.
That is just pure wrap. Flat. Alright, comment down below. Bruv, protect my peace. Which one would you prefer? Peanut butter wrap or cold beans with a wrapped dip in it?
Or nothing at all.
Well, we get the most votes, Bob.
But despite this, we still had dinner with a view. But what we weren't expecting was what was to come the following morning. At this point, this truly felt like a once-in-a-lifetime moment. There was absolutely no noise, no light pollution, and no one in sight. And we collectively knew how extremely lucky we were to witness a sunrise of this magnitude above the clouds from the comfort of our tents. So it was now day 3, and this was the day where we were determined to get not just ourselves, but all of our gear to the tallest point of the country. Now from this point onwards, we faced some of the steepest climbs yet, with also just minefields of rocks for a path. But after a couple hours of hiking from our camp, we had now arrived at the top, not only with a well-deserved snack, but an even better view to go with it. So after making it all this way, we had to suss out a plan for the next couple of days, whilst allowing a reasonable amount of time to get back to where we'd parked. And with talks of an upcoming storm on the way, the last thing we wanted to do was be at the tallest point to meet it. So we decided to trek all the way back down, past our previous camp, and find a camp for the following night for camp number 3. Yeah.
On the way, baby. We ain't messing around.
And on the way back down, it would have been rude to not make a quick stop for a dip in the tarn.
Fish. Tadpoles, they'll do. Food.
It was now night 3 and also camp number 3, where this time we set up down in the valley with yet another amazing view. We are now at camp 3, and just to give you a little update, considering I only have a one-man, how many tents come with a washing line? And it's got a little bag here for your light if you need it. Rucksack behind there. Got a little pillow. Sorted. Everything fits in there. And stuff down the side there if I need it. Double layered so I don't get the mozzies in my tent. And look at this. Look at this. Oopsie, wake up with this view. However, this time, we weren't sleeping alone.
A few minutes later.
Sheep, Rev. That's right.
6.5 hours later.
It was now morning of day 4, and what a day it was looking to be. After Mother Nature showed us who's boss in the night, it didn't stop us from enjoying some of her gifts.
All the boys are at the waterfall, all going in. It's 9 in the morning, it's probably about 10 degrees outside, in the middle of the Lake District. I'm going to join them. Come on!
I think all of the screaming and preparation has caused a certain man to start running over the hill, and that name is Ben. He's heard the shouting. Yay! try. It's war full time. We're alive, baby! Woo!
So after another successful camp overnight, despite yet again having no fire, we trekked all the way back to the start, as the plan was now to visit a place too far to make on foot, so instead we drove to the new location, which was now going to be our fourth camp for the final couple of nights. Hands down, this goes down as the best camping spot I've ever been in. Not only did you have a flat area of grass for the tents, but we had our own private beach with loads of access to wood, as well as being walking distance to a river, which we could use as our main water source. But to top it off, it was the first time we'd managed to have a fire, which finally meant one thing. And as the evening drew in, again with no light pollution, we were lucky enough to witness a meteor shower throughout the night. Despite being able to get a fire going the previous day, the weather had taken a massive turn for the worst, meaning that we had no choice but to stay in our tents all day. Nevertheless, as the time passed and the rain cleared, we attempted to get the fire going once again. But with only wet wood, it was looking to be a bit of a challenge.
That little clear patch of sky over there is signalling good weather for the rest of this evening. The fire may be soaked, but our hearts and our soul stays warm, burning with hope for a warm meal. One warm meal. We have been starving for 5 days straight. I just want good food. The tuna wraps. I've had it up to here. This is what we need. Tomato soup.
In the end, we managed to salvage a bit of heat to cook with, so we could yet again treat ourselves to another night of tinned tomato soup and hot chocolate. Well, this concludes our final night of the trip. Today's been a bit of a wet one. We've kind of just been inside the tents all day as it's been raining, and it was raining up until about 6 o'clock this evening, but the sky's cleared up quite nicely, and we've got this whole view again of the valley and the lake just behind me. And what you might be able to hear in the distance is the closest river to us, which since from the downpour of rain, it's been flowing ever so quickly, so drinking water's definitely not been an issue. The only problem we've had is that all these little flies are about, but once we get the fire going, they disappear. The problem we've had is that everything is wet, so I've done a bit of a hike to find wood, and fingers crossed we can get another fire going. Because as we come to the last night, I've got just a little bit left of food, a couple tins of tomato soup, and I'll probably chuck on another hot chocolate. But for now, to sum this trip up, as I'm getting eaten alive by all these flies, it's been a pretty sick couple of days. So what would have been a typical lads holiday consisting of constant drinking and clubbing, it felt refreshing to spend this time having a complete detox from the world, enjoying the fruits of Mother Nature. And above all, these past couple days reminded me that what is some of the most valuable things in life are often completely free.
My name's George, and this is what I look like after 5 days of wild camping in the Lake District. Yeah.
My name's Will, and this is what I look like after 5 days of wild camping in the Lake District on nothing but pancakes.
I'm Ben, and this is me after 5 days camping in the Lake District.
My name's Will, and this is what I look like after 5 days wild camping in the Lake District. Oosh! Oosh! Ah! Ah!